Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. In this video I will be attempting to race the Macau Grand Prix circuit. It is the narrowest track in all of modern single-seater motorsports, with a width of only 7 meters at its most narrow point. This circuit was not fun to drive at all, as you'll see. But without further ado, let's get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. And here I am going on for a flying lap here at the Macau Grand Prix. I have a blue line at the bottom that will show the progress on the lap, so if you want to just skip this entire hot lap because it's not all that interesting, then you can definitely just keep on skipping until the blue line is completely gone. But let me try to commentate over this lap. So you have your effective turn 2 here that's completely flat out, so you have like 3 flat out turns that connect the entire straightaway. And it gets really bumpy down here, and it's really about spotting your braking point into the first braking point. Then this is where the narrowness starts, and then it's a huge uphill climb into a left-hander, which is so awkward because you don't want to hit that green bollard on the inside. And then you have a flat wall that you have to go around, and now another right-hander downhill. Now this is the start of the road section, I guess you could call it, where it's just pure road swerving right to left on the cliff of the mountain. Not all that special. It kind of feels like the exact same, and you kind of lose where you are. This left-hander was just absolutely awful. Kept on going in deep and hitting the wall there. And this one as well, just super hard to figure out. And then this turn, absolute worst. It's so hard to spot your uphill braking point. As you see, I go way too deep in and almost crash. And honestly, this entire section is just really hard to manage. This double left-hander, really slow, into what is now the narrowest point on the entire circuit. This turn, it's impossible. I've tried it so many different times on this hot lap, and it's not possible to make it around here in an F1 22 car, because I tried it in F1 2021 cars. It is possible to make it around that turn, but no matter how slow you go, trust me, I tried it at 1 mile an hour, full like steering lock and everything, but just absolutely not possible. But now I do have front wing damage, and going into this turn, I completely forget I do, stomp on the brake, hit it again right before the stop finish line. So it's two crashes on one hot lap. And we get a 2-minute and 8-second time. Okay, now here we are for the very first official race that I did here. And let me tell you, it was the first of a lot. And we get lights out again, and I did fix the AI being really slow. We do get a really good start though, but they're not as slow as last time. I get squeezed on the inside and crash into a fellow Ferrari. I'm going to continue going though. I have really bad wing damage, but it's not the end of the world. AI just like squeezing you. They're nowhere near as good as the AI in other games, so everyone's complaining about the AI in F1 22, and honestly, if anything, complain about the AI in this game. Come to spot my braking point, get into turn 3, and you see a lot of cars going slowly up ahead, and now we see they come to a complete stop. I try to slam on the brakes. It is not enough. I slam into the back of another car as my PC is absolutely dying with 100% CPU occupancy. So now we're gonna go for our third, I'm losing track now, of a race start. Not as good as the start as we did last time, but again, going to make it up with the acceleration DRS, and again get squeezed. Gonna try to make it through the gap. Gap does not exist. Now we go to start number 4. I'm telling you, racing around here is not fun at all. So race number 4 is underway, and again, same as normal, not great start, but absolutely run them. I tried to be super cautious again, and it just didn't work. I got hit from behind, another huge accident. Don't even know what happened ahead, but now we go to race, I forgot the number. Really bad start, going to make it up, but just going to play it really safe. Try not to get into a huge accident. And Going into turn 2, it seems like we've avoided a huge accident. Almost have a huge accident around the outside. Decide not going to do that. And now we have to spot our braking point. Everyone brakes super early. We're going to hit everyone. And now we see why they brake super early. There's a huge pile up here now. And now we have a ton of damage, but, you know, I've been through enough race restarts, so I'm not going to restart it. And then, yeah, someone around the outside pinches me. Now we go for another race start around the Macau GP. Lights out again. This time we get an extremely good start. We're able to pass some cars while still being safe and cautious. We're going to be super cautious around turn 1 again. Going into turn 2, we're going to make sure we don't have anyone in our mirrors. We don't. DRS is on. And we are going to pass a car into turn 2. We're going to get off of the throttle just to make sure we don't crash again. And now heading down into turn 3. Spot our braking point. We're going to give a little love tap on the back of this car. Going around though, again, super cautious, car goes up the inside. We're going to let him. He almost squeezes us. He's going to crash into the barrier. And now this car absolutely shunts into the wall, and we actually end up hitting him. He didn't give us, there wasn't enough room there to squeeze through, and that's a huge crash on his part. But we are going to go around here with a loss of downforce from hitting him. We hit the wall, and let me tell you, it's gonna happen again. It's not fun to drive here in the first place. Especially not when you have damage from a stupid little incident like that. But this is by far the furthest we've been on this track racing, and I get a huge snap of oversteer in this little section. It's so awkward to drive these cars, and this is the section that I'm talking about. We get the wheel up into the barrier, and we end up driving away with barely any damage. But I'm just going to continue going around this circuit as we have cars right behind us, and we almost hit that wall again trying to spot the uphill braking. And there's yellow flags in this section. I think you guys know what corner the yellow flags are for. We go into the narrowest part of the circuit that gives the circuit its name, and there's a huge pile up here. We're going to slow it down to 20 miles an hour, try to make it around here. And it is not possible, and my CPU is absolutely dying, 100% occupancy. We're just trying to get around, and it's not going to work. And honestly, this is where I felt like giving up. My CPU was dying every time there's a huge pile up, which there were lots because the AI, not very good at this track, and it's a very narrow track to begin with. You cannot make that turn, as you saw by the AI and my trying in doing so. It's so narrow around here, and it's just not worth it. So I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Thank you guys for watching all the way through. It really means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.